Did you ever wish you had someone to tell you the truth about what it takes to run a successful business and live a fulfilling life? Well, my friend, you've come to the right place. So grab your favorite caffeinated jolt or cocktail and your courage and get ready to get to work. I'm Janessa Borges, a therapist, mindset coach for entrepreneurs, and a feisty Latina from Miami. I've been referred to as a trailblazing powerhouse with relentless energy and outside-the-box ideas. And I'm determined to teach you the exact tools you need to stop settling and start kicking some serious derriere. What do you say? Are you in? Then let's get started. Welcome to the Success Mindset for Entrepreneurs podcast. This weekend, my 4-year-old son was frustrated because he said, I asked God for puzzles and I didn't get it. And my response to him was, what did you say? And he said, Mama, I prayed to Jesus and he didn't listen. Cue learning opportunity for the mom/therapist. Here was my response to him. No, baby, that's not how it works. That's not how praying works. You don't pray and then sit. You pray and then you go find help. I told him, you pray and then you came to me and you asked me, and God gave you me to help you with your puzzle. I wanted to dedicate this episode for everybody that believes that manifesting and praying is all you have to do, because that's just wishful thinking if you're not taking action. I couldn't help when I was coming up with the name for this episode, and I kept hearing, I'm really good with music. My husband calls me like a music, what's the word? I always forget. Not a music connoisseur. It'll come back to me. He, like a music whisperer. I can't remember most of anything, but I can remember lyrics based on melody. If you can play the first few notes of a song, I can continue to sing the lyrics, or I know who sang it, or I know what it's about, or I can continue the melody. And when I was coming up with this particular song, and I'll save you from my singing, I kept thinking about a song in my mind that makes perfect sense in my mind, but again, I'm not singing for you. I looked it up and it's called Wishin' and Hopin', and it was written by Dusty Springfield in 1964. So I may be dating myself, but that was in my era, but I remember hearing it a lot. And I'll read you part of the lyrics. It says, wishin' and hopin' and thinkin' and praying, planning and dreaming each night of his charms. That won't get you into his arms. So if you're looking to find love you can share, all you got to do is hold him and kiss him and love him and show him that you care. So again, nothing to do with entrepreneurship, but I want to explain to you how this translates into getting what you want. I don't want you to be like my 4-year-old son who's frustrated and angry at God because the action you took was to pray and then you felt like you didn't have your prayers answered. I want you to be realistic. And I want you to think about, it's not about wishing and hoping and thinking and praying. It's not about manifesting or whatever you want to call it. It's not just about wishful thinking. It's about, yes, put it out into the universe. Yes, pray to God or your, in your faith for what you want. Ask for the patience and the resilience and the courage and the strength. Ask for, put out into the world, into the energy, what you want to manifest, what you want to bring about, what you truly want. Yes, I believe in positive energy out into the universe. Whatever it looks like for you, whether it's through faith or something different, something that grounds you. My whole thing is none of that works at all unless you're doing something. You have to take action. I wanted to create this very short and sweet podcast episode to let you know that every opportunity is an opportunity to grow and to learn. And you can't just sit in your office or sit in your space or completed your program or completed your hours or opened up your business name and open up your storefront. You have to relentlessly take action. You have to figure out what it is that you want to accomplish, and you need to come up with a plan, and you need to put things into motion. It's not just about doing one hopeful strategy like praying and then waiting for the skies to open. There is, and I'm sure I'm going to ruin this, but there is an old joke, I guess, I heard a long time ago. So I make my patients listen to me. So I'll share it with you as well. And it is a story about a man who is in an evacuation zone, and he finds out that there's a storm coming and there's a flood coming. And they tell his neighbors, at first it's voluntary evacuation. And he's like, nope, I'm not going. I have faith in God. And everybody's like, okay, well, it's voluntary, so you're fine. Then it's a mandatory evacuation. And he tells everybody, nope, I have faith. I am staying where I am. I trust God. The water starts seeping up after the storms start. And now his stairs are covered, and it's very hard to leave houses. So people are getting together in rescue efforts, and they're driving around very, high level trucks and picking up anybody else who wants to evacuate. And they stop by his house. And of course, he says, I'm not going anywhere. I have faith in God. You people are all faithless. Okay. Water keeps creeping in. Most of the town has evacuated at this point. Water is so heavy now that cars cannot drive on the road. There is a boat that passes by his house, a little dinghy. And they come by his house and they say, come on, the water's getting really bad. It's going to keep going. Come with us, get in the boat. And he says, nope, I have faith in God. I prayed to him. You have no faith. Water keeps rising. Man goes to the top of his roof at this point because the water's so high. And helicopters now, rescue efforts, flying by. And they say, sir, come with us. Let us save you. Grab the ladder. And do you know what the man yells back, right? I have faith in God. I will be fine. I'm staying here. So the sad part of the story is water keeps rising. Man makes no choices. He dies. Here's the part. He gets to heaven and he is angry, and he demands to speak to God. He is upset and he is just irate and he wants to speak to God. So he goes before God and he goes, I had faith in you, I trusted you, and I died. And here I am. And what is this? And what kind of faith? What was the purpose of having my faith? And do you know what God told him? I sent you a car, I sent you a boat, and I sent you a helicopter. I hope this sticks with you because I want you to know that sometimes our prayers or our manifesting or our thinking, when we do put things in place, it's not just about praying and doing and manifesting. It's not just about taking action. It's also about looking and being resourceful and really truly looking for the signs or the help or the resources that the universe or God is sending our way. You have to keep your eyes and ears open. Always be aware, always be mindful, always be ready. It's time to take action. Whatever you're working on, I want you to think about, have you truly looked at all your options? Have you truly done all that you can do? And I'm going to bet the answer is no, because even if you feel like you've done everything you can do, it's never time to quit. And if you still are stuck on that, listen to episode 12, because quitting is not an option. It is never time to quit. It's time to pivot. What can you do differently if you've tried it all? What have you not tried that you can do differently? I never want you to stop thinking. I never want you to stop growing. I always want you to realize that there is always an option. You may not like your options, but there is always an option. I'm wishing you the best, and I will catch you next episode. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited you tuned in. The best way to find out the second a new episode is released and receive all the valuable tools and actionable steps I share is to subscribe to the podcast. So make sure you do that. If there are any topics you'd like addressed, or if you have any burning questions you want answered, visit jammarietlc.com/podcast. And make sure to share this with any other entrepreneur friends that you know can benefit from learning the mindset it takes to create a business and life they truly love. And last but definitely not least, I would love your feedback. So leave a review and I'll make sure to share that love on a future podcast episode. Sending you so much love. Until next time.